Ben just wants me to mention real quick, if you guys heard it in the very, very end of that song, you heard sort of an overdub of his voice singing one of the lines from earlier in the song. We went through several stages of that. Actually, it kind of popped into Ron's head early on. He said, look, I want you to say this line, just trust me, go for it. We didn't really know what was happening yet, but Ben said it. And when he put it in the mix, we were like, wow, we really like that. Let's bring it up a level so that everybody can make sure they hear it. And it really ties the whole song together from beginning to end. So thank you, Ron. It's awesome.
Actually, and that line, which was so interesting about that, it goes, if you listen really close, it says, with my back against the ropes,
I have
suffered more than most. With my back against the ropes, I have found the antidote of why I always feel alone. It's called hope. So that answers some of the mystery that I couldn't try to explain earlier. But the problem with that song is that it was like 4 minutes and 15 seconds long when we had it, and not everything really fit. It fits, but it could sound so much better. It could be so much more radio friendly. It would be so much more powerful and exciting. So we kind of had to just get rid of that line because I said the line twice in a different form. But Ron felt that the line was really important and that he wanted to put it in that section, so it really gave a great closure to the song, and then it has the same AM radio kind of feel as the beginning of the song did. So I think it really turned out like good. I'm glad we did that because as the artist, I wanted to have that line in there. So this song is called Me. And I always say it shows, if you can guess what it's about, you get nothing. Seriously, this is a very selfish song. I was gonna write a love song, I promise I would. I'd just be blowing smoke like Thomas the Train does. So choo-choo your heart, all you piranhas. I'm all about awkward silences with this doggone cell phone making me forget things. I keep forgetting, so I pick it up when it rings. B stands for phone bill, cause the way that it stings. I trade a week of food for a month of text messaging. Why would you buy for a guy like me? I try and I try, but I can't break free from the songs in my head. They affect me so deep. I crawl into bed, but I can't fall asleep. And I love every note, every song that I wrote, but I wouldn't be so broke if I wrote like the Strokes. I made up my boat, I ran out of jokes. Now I'm stuck in this boat, so just like I wrote. So you should fall for a man just a little. Give a call to a man just a little. I know you're better off with a man just a little less. Me. Yeah, I love my mom and I'm a mama's boy. Back when I used to rock corduroy, she would tell me something and I'd get annoyed. Play every angle like a trapezoid. See, nobody loves me like my mama does. That'll always be the truth, cause it always was. Because of the love from my heart above, I'm guaranteed one love when I need some love. Like when you leave me, cause I'm gone too much. I'm always hung up on this music stuff. It's just not enough just to be in love. My heart's still cut from the way I grew up. See, I never knew love and I nearly threw up. Every time that sad man in the van drove up, I used to hide my head in the sand. You know what? The tears dried up, but my head is still stuck. So you should fall for a man just a little. Give a call to a man just a little. I know better off with a man until it's me. Be a wife with a man just a little. Get a life with a man just a little. I know you'll be alright with a man. Me. I know I can't write like John Lennon did, my ex-friends down. If I'm even talented, they say God's got me weighed out in the balances. I take all the little kids' allowances and I make them buy a t-shirt for iTunes. Maybe if I run into someone I knew from back in the day, like from my high school, maybe for a minute they might think that I'm cool. But the truth of the matter is I'll always be a geek. I feel insecure right now as I speak. I only give love compensating cause I'm bleak. I only act tough compensating cause I'm weak. Well, I can't be the only try and be a little less me. Alright, this is an easy one. About, a little while ago, about 2 years ago, I was starting to fall for a girl that I've been talking to for a long time, becoming really close friends with. I won't say who it is, but, because I don't want to embarrass anyone in the room. So I was really starting to fall for someone, and I would wake up in the middle of the night and hear this line: you should fall for a man just a little, probably better off with a man just a little. I'm telling you, I heard it every night for 2 weeks. It would not go away. I thought it was the caffeine, so I stopped doing caffeine. I'm telling you, I thought it was that I needed the Rainforest tunes to go to sleep, so I bought a Rainforest CD. I started getting a book on how to fall asleep for insomnia. I thought that's what it was. No, it's not what it was. I had to write it down. I just wrote it down, and it turned into a song. It's a little self-deprecating, but it really helped the voice to go away. So that's all I really care about. And just so you know, I hear another one, and I won't tell you what the hook is, but it just won't go away. And that's just the way it works sometimes when you're writing, because your subconscious is like fighting your conscious when you're writing, and it's just like, you have to write it down, or it's you telling yourself, like a year ago, hey, if you ever get a great idea for a song, make sure you write it down. So I've conditioned myself to feel that way, but then I'm too lazy to do it because it's in the middle of the night. So that's why that happens. I figured that out. I didn't have to talk to anyone about that, a therapist or anything, but I think that's the reason why I had to write it down. As far as the production of the song, there's nothing really changed with that song, writing or band-wise, except for the addition of harmony since I presented it to the band. It's pretty much holistically. That's right, except for the D influence again. It used to have an end verse that went, thanks, that's a good one. I can't change the man that I am, and I won't try. That's why I say I am what I am, like pot pie. But if you can cook me candy yams and pot pie, I'll promise I'll at least shake hands when it's goodbye. I took that, and he made us take that out, but I'm glad I took that out, because the place that I wasn't really that tragically concerned about my state of mind at the time as regards to being a musician, being in a relationship. It wasn't really that bad. I just decided to take it overboard and do like a Popeye line, I am what I am kind of a thing. And I'm glad he wanted it out, but also time-wise it helped. And then D also recommended a closure for the song. Like, why don't you make it a positive thing? Because it is a positive thing. This, whatever trouble you're having with this situation, there's going to be a positive end to it. So he recommended, why don't you say something like, if I change a little, do this a little, or that a little, with that same rhyme scheme, then maybe I could just be a little less me, and maybe that would help. And so that's why we have the end. But if you make me cry a little, if you make me laugh and smile a little, maybe I can try to be a little less me. So we thank the D for that. Come on, let's thank the D for that. Thank goodness.
The other problem too is every time we talked about candied yams and pot pie, we'd always go order more pizza, and then we weren't practicing, we were just eating all the time. But on the production side, this is another song, like we mentioned earlier, that Ron played some keys on, so you guys will hear that. It gives it this really cool, bluesy sort of gospel feel in the background, which we really like. And as Ben mentioned, this is one of the first songs we actually added harmonies to, and they've pretty much stayed the way when we first added them. It was like third or fourth try, and we're like, that's what we want it to sound like in the background. So cool.
No electric guitar or anything like that. It's just a pretty simple song. So enjoy.